Hello, hello. Welcome to the Learning from an Enterprise-wide Cultural Transformation at ACC Company. I'm really excited to be in this Link Global Connection event, excited about all the amazing cases we have already seen and the ones we are going to see. Now, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Ana María Ulloa Martel, assigned by the Lean Institute in Chile as a project manager, and I am very pleased to introduce you to Miguel Pastor Furielos, Chief Operating Manager of the HGC Group, as well as the main Lean precursor in this company. Currently, we have been working together for 4 years, generating mutual learnings and in the different areas of the company, such as supply, logistics, support, equipment maintenance, commercial, and other areas, both in Santiago headquarters and in all of its branches along the whole country, enabling us to involve most of HKC workers to solve problems and moreover, adding value to the customer. Finally, creating a culture that Miguel will present to us today. Let's welcome Miguel, Pastor Forelos. Miguel, so it's good to have you here. Thanks you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Hannah. First of all, I want to thank the Lean Institute and its team for supporting the development of Lean thinking. Now, I want to share a short video of our company. Well, as you can see, we have more than 65 represented branches, more than 45 years of trajectory, more than 900 collaborators in Chile, and more than 12 branches in Chile. We are a trading and service providers company, focused on delivering comprehensive solutions that add value to our customers. We have been part of the Cito Coppers Group since 1975, and we have the representation of leader brands for various market industries, such as agricultural, construction, forestry, transportation, mining, industrial, part and supplies, and also rental equipment. We have a complete range of service designed to operate in different geographical locations and in different production stages. Well, in search of improving our service, we took an inside look appraising our performance process, and the results obtained, in this case, were unexpected. It was not easy for us to recognize it that we had difficulties and that it was necessary to break away from the notion that we were doing a good job towards our customers. Our first great challenge began in changing people's way of thinking, proposing each of us to reinvent ourselves in the way we do things, starting with the path of cultural and digital transformation, through continuous improvement in the search of excellence to deliver a distinguishing value to our customer. Well, to start transforming our company, we had to change people's way of thinking. So we look for the best reference in the industries. In the search, we found that the Toyota model, TPAs, respond to our needs. Therefore, we decided for freely and voluntarily adopt the best practice that this model offers us, an opportunity that is strategically connected as with the manufacturer. To adapt it to our ecosystem, we consulted with the Lean Institute Chile with the goal to institutionalize a new culture for HKC. Fortunately, we had the opportunity to be trained in the practices of the Toyota Production System, TPAs, through the TLLP plan and its KAIZEN culture that belong to the Toyota factory. To develop this plan, we invited the Lean Institute Chile to participate and share the lean thinking. And with this, along with the KAIZEN culture, we managed to give an identity to our model called HKC Lean KAIZEN culture. We chose a major issue that affected our customer performance. We realized that we were working on Iceland, so we formed multidisciplinary teams corresponding to the entire value chain of the process that we wanted to improve. We trained them in Lean KAIZEN thinking, defined the purpose, and obtained the first metrics. Although the result was encouraging, we realized that the indicator and the result were a consequence, and that the most important thing was the problem-solving process represented by the PDCA, since it develops the capacities of people to lose the fear of revealing their problems. Anna, please.
Thanks, Miguel. At this stage, we work with Miguel and with different teams of the company as a commercial, COMEX, logistics, and dispatch. We even considered visiting to the Chilean custom and its warehouses, where the spare parts was waiting to be released. While we discovered the problem, we realized that there were many administrative activities that did not add value to others that were developed in batches. So we decided to create a daily management and some point of the value flow to make the problem visible, and when this happening, we established work standards to reduce information quality problems. We also organized the job of some concepts of 5S and cells. Finally, it was implementing continuous flow in some administrative areas. This took time, but when the countermeasures were implemented, the teams observed a reduction of lead time of 52%, and it generates a great motivation for the teams and the company. It was certainly a
Well, in the path of discovering treasure and waste, thanks to the first experience and the learning obtained from it, we continued training people and we began to identify new processes to improve. New treasures called opportunities. We realized that the worst waste we had was the 8 lean wasted, non-used talent, and that we had no instances to listen to people and their ideas for improvement. The non-used talent and connected to the lean community is a main turtle. The interesting thing about lean is that it gives us a wide range of tools to solve problems adjusted to different problems. In this operational case, we used stabilization tools such as 5Es, daily management, and standardization. We found waste such as unnecessary movements to search for tools, reprocessing of undelivered equipment, overproduction of tanks, lack of coordination of commercial area, and lack of training and ongoing training. The main experience in this case shows us how the workers took ownership of the present problem, identifying waste and proposing ideas for improvements to generate changes. They learning how a simple method can give answer to deeper problems remains 5 is. I remember one of these phrases in this situation. Miguel, we have our workshop clean and tidy, and what good is this to us? And after some time, they declare, we took, we were TV person, despite our untidiness and mess, how wrong we were. That is a beautiful story. I can thoroughly conclude for this case that the development of the capacities of the people and the style of leadership change and transforms the teams. Finally, they proposed the following proposed to productivity, safety, and the work environment, and in turn they spread that energy to other areas of the company. Very important point. Anna, please.
I remember also, Miguel, that the work in this workshop was really hard, mainly due to the behavior of the leaders who progressively understood that working on visual management, developing standardized work, and carrying out the daily management will reduce the main waste. It was a job that we were consciously traveling through in each 5S, carrying out fruitful activities every week in order to reduce process times and motivating the relevant teams. In addition, I want to mention that thanks to this work that we did, the leader of this workshop had the possibility of growing both professionally and as a person by taking on new responsibilities. Okay, thanks, Miguel.
Well, talk about our identity, be a company lead. With the cases that we just reviewed, we begin the path of spreading a new culture, declaring our goal to become a lean company, sustained in the development of people capacities and is supported by the company's management. Given this statement, we begin to use the lean transformation model to continue practices to thinking, along with the 5 lean principles. We believe that this joy be shared with all our branches and spread throughout the value chain, integrating customer and key suppliers of the process. Now, we talk about the unimportant things for all, the pandemic. Continuing on this path, we face its adversities such as the pandemic, which brought different endeavors such as preparing the establishment to provide sanitary protection to our workers and customers, complying with the required sanitary standards, connecting remote work while face-to-face, and manage business continuity. This also puts the transformational model that we have been developing to the test. But as I mentioned earlier, we declare ourselves to be a lean company. So we managed to pass this test. And from a problem we were facing, we saw the opportunity to strengthen our process and continue training more companies workers, giving continuity to the improvement plan. From the base of our vision, mission, and values, we have been connecting the company at these different levels, starting from the foundational culture, developing a problem-solving, thinking from its root cues, which connecting the purpose in line with the strategy, another to the continuous audits of those processes that are most critical for the company. As allowed, used to generate a sustainable model for HKC, making it a facilitator and accelerator for those projects that the company is developing and executing today. Review of the company's process and procedures by a people-oriented culture and using technology as a means and not as an end itself, with the purpose to create new customer experience with shared value. This is an example of one of the projects where we have connected the foundational link KAIZEN with the digital transformation. We start by knowing that delivers value to the customer. We analyze the value stream, identify waste, and apply countermeasures, and then standardize the process and practice it. We finally digitalize it. Working in this way, we obtain complete and correct information, improve the follow-up of claims, reduce process time by 5 days, and the cost by 38%, positively impacting people, the factory, the importer, and the business. To date, we have more than 30 improved process working on the foundation and then digitalizing them. As a result, we can mention that we choose a one-way path to travel, adopt this culture that become one of the main pillars of the company, since it was an accelerator to achieve certification in some ISO standards, and in turn, in certification requested by factories, and we have improved some indicators such as lead time, inventory, OTIF, among others. But the most important things, in my opinion, is that we have developed a collaborative, horizontal, and open company, listening to people, and that they are not afraid to express themselves when they are facing a problem. Today, we are talking about the treasure, opportunities, and not problems or those responsible for them. The transformation of people becomes the engine of change, since they are their own boss, who have been transformation themselves into leaders and developing more leaders. People with a new way of thinking and doing lean thinking. Okay, talk about next steps. The curious things about this is that unbelievers that these things happen only once, that they are not present in the different companies and society. I can thoroughly mention to you that this method can be implemented in any activities or process, whether at work, personal life, education, science, society, etc. But it is not a recipe. Everyone must experience it to discover the best form of adoption in line with their purposes. Adoption is the frontier towards change. Our next steps are continue to permeate this culture in the company and these different business areas, enabling them to move at the same pace in connection with the strategic axis of the company to improve customer experience, producing more distinguishing value for customers based on the transformation of people. Expand the model in all areas of the business, permanent trend of people so that good practices are transformed into culture. Bring the best practice of the selling process to customer and suppliers. And fundamentally, aiming at the human factor. The human factor is the most important for us. Make the process and procedures of the organization more and more lean and change us eventually to innovate. Thank you so much for your attention.